Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, or wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 268th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. I'll tell that Thursday morning has opened on a better note for matured market. I will tell you that the the relief of the discussion from between the president and the Congress, pointing that yes, that the default of the debt in US is something they are pushing behind because the president has come out to say we are not defaulting because he has discussed with the Congress and know where they are heading, and that has also reflected on all the market across the globe. That's why I always tell you that this market across the world are interconnected. Whatever that happens in other market influence in other markets, especially within the Western market. For me, as an investor or analyst, always look at what is happening on the global scene. You now tailor it down to what is happening in your market, and also tailor it down to what is happening to individual sector and also to the company in question. That's why I said top to bottom analysis is very very good. Why you can equally do also bottom to top analysis. But most times I would prefer doing it from top to bottom, pinning it down to what to that same company you want to. If we're looking at the industry where it is or the sector is operating, the economy where the company is, and also what is driving that the company. That's why I said, as an investor, let your investment objective and go always guide because it is your objective, your source of fund, and your time frame will guide you the kind of stock you invest, the kind of loss you want to take, as you are setting up your entering strategy and your exit strategy, putting your surplus and your profit target in place before you enter that position at all. This will go a long way. This will go a long way to help you know exactly what you are doing in the market than just buying and you don't know why. You don't, but just also following bad wagon when you are taking your investment decision. No, you must understand why you are taking that decision and why how long you want to stay in that investment. What are the reasons you are investing? What are the factors that are attracting you to the company? Are those factors still intact in that company? You need to understand this. This is what every investor wants to know. And when we saw the kind of a good breakout across the globe, we saw it in US, we saw it in the Asia market, also in Europe. Africa is not left behind, and that trend yesterday also have made most of the market to open in green. Despite that, in Africa, we're seeing a mixed market. But as we speak now, NGS is in red. We saw kind of a gap down in NGS this morning as the market opened, which we are coming to discuss that later when we go to live market. But the good thing is that the market across the globe are not looking bad at all today, and it's opening on a good note for me for a start that I believe that it will be sustained. And also, if you notice also because of this expectation of one data or the other, what is happening in terms of this ceiling of US, which I told you that the president has come to say we are not defaulting, and even when there was caution trading, and because there was caution trading, there's kind of a weak volatility. That with this statement now, you can see that the market has beaten out yesterday, and that trend continued today. And I believe that it will be there between now and the last trading day of the week, which is tomorrow. But as an investor, this should guide your decision. Don't just panic out of your position, your panicking sake. You have reasons why you enter those stocks, and if those stocks that are what attracted to those stocks are not intact again, not also stop you from going out of it. But if you see that factors that attracted you are still very much intact, you can still wait and watch. But the key thing is that you must look at your chart. Always, well, look at your chart. I tell you that if you want to trade news, it is not the news you are trading, you want to trade chart. Because any news you are seeing, anything is going to reflect on how are people reacting to that news, that pronunciation, that statement, that policy statement, that regulator statement. How is the market reacting to it? It is the chart. The psychology and perception of those in the market that will chart will reveal to you. That's why it's good to keep your eyes in the chart at any given time. And also the earnings that also emanated from US market, especially after the president have said they are not deporting, and and also what is happening in Ukraine also not helping matter. But I believe that gradually the peace talk of Russia and other African countries, the president that all joined together, I think is porting somewhere. Yes, not long that Biden have kind of left US for Japan. The whole discussion of how peaceful, but I believe that instead of people becoming more of how to get admission, it is more how to talk more of peace talk, so that at the end of the day, every a party involved will be appeased and also peace will reign, and that will put the global economy in the right perspective and in the right direction. All eyes are also earnings that are coming to the market. As you know, we expect to see the Walmart result in the market today, and you know that Walmart will provide a kind of direction looking at the retail retail sales data that was released in US recently that show that the recession is what is underway because we see a weak data that people purchasing power and also consumption has dropped heavily as a result of what high cost of living and also skyrocketing what inflation. Despite inflation are still what kind of slowing down. The cost of borrowing and all those so called interest rates have become almost high for straight 1 year. They've been on high on high. That's also reflecting there. And I believe that those format results also give an insight what is happening in that domain. As also like that fresh all eyes are still on Australia data data or the job report also to guide investor what is happening. This is a global thing, and that's why you need to put your eyes on them. Even in US also expect to see a fresh US job data the labor market information or report to guide investor to see the state of the economy. Is it what investors should look at and what are they should start looking outside the shore of what of that their domain to for another emerging market or other place to put their money. Like yesterday, after the news of the Congress and the President executive coming closer to agreement, we saw that the crude oil price also rebounded yesterday. But at this hour we speak now, that pulled back marginally, despite that there's a kind of high demand for fuel. When I move fuel, both gas and also diesel and all those stuff, that also despite that the demand for it is high in the US. I see that price of crude oil is still slowed down a little to trade as we speak now, 76.58 dollar per barrel at this hour. And the good thing is that, like I told you, oil price have remained relatively below $80, which is good, and that will also help them to mature their economy to manage their to manage their inflation. And that is only good thing for me that we can say for now that I'm seeing in that domain. But on the other hand, if you look at what is happening in European market, yesterday I told you that all eyes are on what on inflation figure from that zone, which also you can see that investors are also reacting. But on that, because of the positive outcome of the Biden and his the Congress meeting, that has also speak over the positive news that as the market there is also in green. Only just one indicator there. That domain is also in red. But this thing, Asia market was not left behind. I could tell you the Asia market, this morning Thursday rose on what on tracking gains, on the U.S. market, and also the optimism that the U.S. debt ceiling will be resolved, and that have risen a kind of a confidence then. And also, why in that domain we saw that the Japan, conglomerate, Sanyo also released a positive earning that further boost the market there. These are the things I tell you when you see, a kind of positive earning, it has the way of impacting positively on what on the index of that market. I speak now, Nikkei, the Nikkei composite index is up about as we speak now almost by more than 1.5% at this hour. It tells you that this result that came was surprise, was very surprise to the market. It beat expectation, and that was seeing the impact. These are the things supporting in that domain. And like I said, all these Asia market, China and all, they are all in green as we speak now because of oil price also trying to stabilize. And despite the weak economic reading was seen in that domain, or in that China zone, but see, we're seeing that the index there are still in green at this hour, which also good for the market. I believe that now that all eyes are on data from China after the COVID-19 restriction, the economic rebound in China is still not clear because we see some sectors. I said it here that some industrial sectors are still lagging behind because of what lack of even money and all those stuff. Because when there's construction, there will be what expansion. But tell you that the even some of them have come out of that COVID-19 era, and was some are still dragging feet. I believe that that is why we are seeing a mixed trend in that market. But it's good that this morning we saw that that market in that zone are looking good. I believe that this trend will sustain not till tomorrow or at the end of today's transaction. It's good for investors to look at all this because it is what support stocks, which are what our money flow. Because there must be fund entering into that market, and like now they've seen the conglomerate, like I mentioned, Samsung, that are also boosted confidence in that the doubting of China economic recovery also shaking. But I believe that this e-commerce that most of these big companies are going is a plus for them, and that also reflects in their number. Even in South Korea, you can see that also index there are still looking up. Taiwan index is also in green. Australia index is also in green. You can see these are the things that one news will go there, and that also support the market. And also as the labor report I told you earlier about in Australia is also coming better than expected. That's also supporting the kind of that will sit that finger that the central bank in that zone would pause further rate hike in no distance time, because of this is also a good confirmation that the economy is coming better, and this is how you should invest as investors. Look at what is happening holistically in this environment before you jump into the decision you are taking. Like in Africa, I said it earlier, Africa market is weak and Nigeria is not left behind. You see Nigeria pulling back this morning, over starting on a good note, but because Airtel Africa pull back, that created a gap at the market open. But we're seeing a positive market red even when the index is what is in red. But before we go to looking at the market live, I want to look at the result that came from Capaton offshore support group. Their Q1, they told me that open the market has been released to the market. And if you look at this number is, yes, for me, it's not a good number. But if you look at it very well, I tell you that when you see a company posting a negative number like this, it creates opportunity for those that are technicians to know what to do. Because after seeing this kind of number, you see people trying to double stock. Then when they see another turn around, people want to be in the stock because of what there will be kind of a indicator that will kind of sign that you see your technical analysis that give you a clue that something is happening in this stock. But I believe that what does this result have done now, after we've seen kind of recovering from almost from 80 kobo in Capaton to around 120 before starting pulling back, that means as an investor, when you see such bad results, it does for me, it's a good news for technicians. Let me use that like, because they know that this will go to dump it before you now get to a level where the traders will start picking it. Now see now the price will change. But let's look at the figure that were released, but number don't lie. If you look at the Capaton, I'll tell you that the revenue from the world declined from 7.98 billion to 5.2 billion, representing about 35% in the red. It's a decline. And if you look at the PAT, yes, despite I saw about a 35% decline in PAT, if you want to look at the result, the profit after tax, yes, there was a slight decline, but still in positive, and it shows that there's something that's also happening. Investors should also pay attention. We saw a flat kind of position. The PAT, stood at 566.1 million against 595.44 million. That means it was down by negative 4.92, which is, let's say, 5% down. And the EPS, which is interested, every investor wants to look at, the EPS slide to 17 kobo against the 18 kobo posted what in the previous year, which is in 2022. And the PM, which is the profit margin, also stood at 11% against 7.5%. You can see because of the decline of from 7.98 billion to 5.18 or 5.2 billion, I see that there's little improvement in the profit margin. Good for me, it's not a good news, but still, as an investor, you should look at it. But where I'm seriously concerned is that if you look at this company, within earnings for the period under review for the first quarter, three quarter for the year, you can see that the retained earnings dropped to about 4.3 billion against 8.9 billion in 2022. You can see that a sharp this also affected the shareholders from or the net assets of the company. If retained earnings have dropped significantly from not almost 100% from 8.9 to what to 4.3, you can see this is almost a 100% decline, which is for me is a cause for for concern. And if you go further to look at the company operating cash flow for the period, also we saw that the cash flows have turned negative of about a negative of 3.92 billion from a positive account of 5.36 billion in 2022. You can see that. That's why I say you as an investor always look at this three component of what of the company number, the income statement, the balance sheet, and what a cash flow. No matter how robust a balance sheet of a company look at, if the cash flow is not moving in the same direction with the earnings, it's a matter of time. But if the two are moving, the company earnings is good and cash flow is also expanding, it means that the company is generating good income from its operation. That tells you that the company is heading somewhere. But for Capital, like I said, this is a good news. It may be a bad news to everybody in the market, but for we that are technicians or traders, it's a good news for us. Yes, because we know that market reacts to it. It comes to a place that yes, it become attractive for people to buy, and it's possible that already more than the second half of the second quarter. We will also all eyes will still be looking at when the second quarter is all hitting the market, and if it comes and it beat the market, it beat the expectation again. There's a kind of a turnaround in the company. I will start seeing the positive number. Seeing that these declines have turned to be an increase against the previous year. That was what every person wants to do. Then you can see that's why we see such information. You can see what happened in Nigeria bill. I'm not recommending it, but let me explain to you. You can see when the market saw the decline from almost 14 billion profit to around 4 billion, or from 14 to 10 billion. But I don't have the figure for now. You see, market reacted. You can see that it was set down, but it gets a point, a level that you can see that despite that negative result, you can see that market has also been for traders. Those negative results is the news for this. It's because it's going to show how the market had displeasure for that number, and they said now that that buy opportunity at any given time, so that you as a trader know how to position in this kind of market and also take advantage of all this bad news and also buy for what for good. For me, it's a good one that the market is in this mood. I tell you, despite the breakdown, the kind of a gap down we saw, because of the market is still very, very strong as we speak. Quick one, I want to look at what is the state of the market now, so that we can go to our chart and look at some few stocks that we know that have been consistent and what is happening right away in those stocks. Yes, if you look at the Osher index that measured the general market performance, you see that it's trading right now around 52,116.49, down by 484.37 basic point. That's about 0.88% in the red. Market is down, and this as a result of what the Airtel Africa losing almost 6.3% in the red. That have put the market, even what the market has gained in the recent rally for almost 4 days now. Market has lost such gain for 4 days down because of what? Because of Airtel shading 6.3% in price. You can see how capital can disorganize market, and that is why we encourage that as a trader or investor, anything you are doing, always look at what is happening in the sector. If you need to look at the index or share index alone that measure the general market performance, you will be what? You will be confused, and also you will be you send panic to you, because more at this index we are saying there are some companies that has more weight in this index in terms of capitalization, and one of them is Airtel, another one is MTN, Dangote Cement, and Boa Cement and Boa Food. Yes, Geregu is also part of them, but we have not seen much impact. But Geregu and then Nestle also, but the major one that has more difference is Airtel, MTN, Dangote Cement, and Boa Food and Boa Water and Boa Cement. These five stocks can say yes, they control more than 60 to 65% of the market. That means when any of them are in red, see the market gaining, index gaining significantly. When they are in green, when they are in red, see them going down. These are the things that should not confuse you, but look at what the market bread and others. As we speak now, we're still having a positive market bread, but because the NSE side is not too active, we want to look at what is happening with the index from on our inside. I will give all the top gainers and the top losers. For us to get the actual breakdown, the index of the NSE side is also having some issue this morning. But as we speak now, if you look at the top gainers in the market, the top losers, let's start from there. The top losers in the market are Triple G. Triple G is losing 10% flat. You can see also MC Nico. You can see the see what's called GPSC, which is the President for Market Insurance, can also see Regency Insurance and also Me and Baker. These are the top five losers we can see in this market this morning. There are others. These are the top ones we are seeing. Also, you can see that if you go to the gainers chart as we speak now, you can see the life of Codby Business Solution that lost last week, yesterday. I also see the life of FTN Cocoa coming, being on that top gainers list at this hour. You can see FTN Cocoa. You can see also the Cornerstone Insurance. You can see Geregu there gain almost a 5.5% right now. You can see the life of Wapik, which is the Coronation Insurance. These are the top gainers at this hour. There are other gainers there, but these are the top five. Like I mentioned, the top losers, the top five losers again. But if you want to look at the top five in terms of activities in volume, you can see that the life of Access Corp has continued to dominate the market. All this, where you can see volume. As we speak now, even at this hour, I have traded 47.45 million shares, followed by GT code have sustained the 26 naira 30 kobo. No, traded like 21.9 million shares. You can see the Chi PSC traded 11.2 million shares. The price has gone below what? Below 60 kobo, and that makes this stock something to look the way. Also, you can see the Transcorp also around 2 naira 88 kobo. 2 naira 88 kobo are traded about 7.8 million shares as we speak. And Zenith Bank followed in that chart, 25 naira flat, traded 5.9 million shares. This is the state of the market as we speak. For a quick one, we want to look at the chart to see what is happening in this chart this morning. Where is the momentum going? Because I tell you, as a trader investor, the three things I concentrate is looking at what the price, the time, and the momentum. This will tell you exactly what to do. And that is why if you want to enter the market, look at the market direction, considering a different time frame, either short time frame or long time frame, depending on what you want to achieve. But for those that are daily traders, I would advise that as we look at the daily chart, the most important is to look at 1 hour and 15-minute chart. It will go a long way to guide you to see where the market is going for the day. For me, investors should just relax, themselves and also watch the market. For we traders, because our eyes on the chart, we don't panic at operation, but when to take profit that is necessary, to take profit. That's why in Investdata we practice what to preach, that when you have entered a stock with the target of making 15%, 10%, 20%, 50%, once that target, you sell off, take your profit out of that, but that is your profit target for it. For me, I believe that this should be applied so that when the market will take you up, that's the market will not bring you down. But if you become greedy in the market, you suffer for it. If you become fearful, you also suffer for it. You must balance your words, your confidence, and increase your knowledge. Let's put that like a stock market or investment is just like getting married. In the school of marriage, there's no graduation. In the school of building wealth, there's no also graduation. Continue to add to what you know, and consistency also will give you opportunity to higher return. It's possible that the day or the time you want to step away from the market, that is the time the market will do well. I will tell you that this year alone, 2020, 2023, from year to date, yes, market, we have seen market oscillate, touching as high as getting almost 10% year to date, coming back to almost turn to red the same year. But as we speak now, it's still also coming up gradually. As our close of trade yesterday, we saw our market was about almost 2.59% in the green. These are things that have been in red, negative in the last 2 or 3 weeks. You can see that the market is always creating opportunity. You must understand it. Those that are sitting at the defense cost of the election year, they are not enjoying what you are enjoying. Most of the stock in the market are giving investors good key, and if you are left behind, it's because you decide to be fearful and sit at the fence. This time I encourage you to come back, because already for what we are seeing in the economy, it's like incoming government, confident investors, the public in terms of in the investment world, the economy are looking, it's already reflecting that there's no more sell-off in the market. People are going to see this and also the direction as feelers start coming gradually from from this team, what they tend to do in their direction. That also further boost the confidence. And when the statements start coming, you start seeing it's also going to impact positively on the market as we speak. For me, there's no cause for alarm. Yes, look at the trend here. Market has pulled back. I told you that we saw what we call a gap down. Gap down, you can see it on this candlestick here, gap down here, and market almost come to a strong support level where the pullback of sell off in in BOA about a week plus have support the market. For now, almost that level, you need to watch what will happen before the end of the day or the last trading day tomorrow. But I tell you, as also MPC is coming closer, many of the market players also want to stay trade with caution to see the outcome of the MPC meeting on Monday and Tuesday next week. As all eyes are on these activities or information that come out from it, the outcome will also define where the market will go. If market have started inflation, and also between now and tomorrow, also to see, or between now and that Monday, to see the GDP for Q1 2023, that will also determine where they are going. Because I tell you, there are three major factors that you need to look at when you are considering what the stage of the economy. Why is it? Look at what the interest rate of that company, the inflation rate, at the same time the industrial output or national output, which is also GDP. Then we can still have the market as fair in the first quarter of the year. That also guide investor on what to do. Yes, we still want to go back to our chart. If you take this, I want to still draw a trend line. If you draw this trend line like this, yourself, I believe you are seeing me. You can see that the market, the trend line, the pullback or the gap down we are seeing, they have broken the trend line already down here. But if you also take it here, it's also still what also an uptrend. But you can see that market is making lower highs, not lower low. Until market also pull back and surpass and break down this level. When you break down the level, when I say market is making what lower low. But now market is making lower highs. And if it was also to rebound and break out this latest resistance level at this point of around 52 500 52 600 or 55 to 600, if market break it out, that will usher a new trend that we'll be looking at this place and also this place. So for me, these are the things we should also look at when you are taking the word investment decision. There is no cause for alarm. You must understand how to use what expected information. Like all eyes are still now on the MPC meeting and what and the GDP economic data. You must understand the cycle where the economy is, and because we're expecting a new government, and that also has supported market momentum, despite the pullback in the Airtel now, the market momentum is still very, very strong. You can see that some stock, investors are taking some accumulation decision in some stocks, especially in the banking sector and other where they see value and potential. That is the way to go. Take this one down here, take it down here, and see that we have to touch two places for it to say it's a trend line. You can see touch here, touch this point, touch this point. You can see that the same thing. You can see that market has broken out the downtrend line up. Then now the market also has broken the up trend line down. You can see at this point now, I'm waiting for a golden cross. If the index will cross back, to beat the 50 days moving average up, because that's where it was heading before now, before this pullback. For market, the 200, the 20 days moving average will remain a strong support level for the market. This is what we expect as we go to the future, tomorrow and the next tomorrow. But because of our time, let's quickly look at what is our T line saying quickly and see how many stocks we're able to look at. Let's look at the T line and other indicators that we can use because of our time we spent. And I believe that class we are getting something, and feel free to send feedback to us on our discussion so that we can also serve you better. Because our is live market, and live market also we want to look at every given time. We quickly change our T line to normal. It's good. This is the state of the market now. You can see, as we have seen, the market on a short time frame and also on a longer time frame. This 1 hour, not the day. Want to look at the 1 hour for the market. You can see that on the market for 1 hour, market is still below the T line. You can see it here where it is after Saturday. The market has pulled back here, and MACD have also confirmed a weak market now on the 1 hour chart. And money flow is looking down to read around 82. From a quick one, look at the 15-minute chart for the index and see where the 15-minute chart is looking at. You can see that it's still below the C line. And good thing that MACD also is then a sign that momentum is coming back to the market. You can see it here, and that's a good sign. That's why they looking at different time frame when you are charting is very, very key. It gives you a multiple insight that can help you to work to conclude. For me, the market is still very, very strong. Looking at what different time frame. There's quick one. Want to look at a stock that will be marking down very soon, especially tomorrow, Monday. The operational day is tomorrow. Look at what is happening in what in sterling. Look at what is happening in what in sterling NG. Let's see what is happening in that stock so that you can examine the position of the stock as we speak. Let's see what is happening in sterling. Sterling. Once you're able to get what is happening in that stock, it will guide you to know exactly what to do as investors. I want us to look at what is the momentum behind it. Is it worth it for us to hold? Is it for us to take the dividend? We know that their payment, is interesting. I've seen a good payment from them. Are we waiting to take that? Know, are we interested in that payment? Are we taking it? These are the things we want to consider. Let's take a look at what the chart is saying about. For me, if you look at the chart on the 15-minute chart for the stock, yes, you can see it's flat now. Flat. You can see slightly below the T line. But if you look at the MACD on 15 minutes, already giving us a sign that the momentum is slowing down. And why money flow is cooking up on this, which is also for me is a mis sentiment here. Let's go to 1 hour chart for the stock. That will give us a better. Even whenever we are seeing also like a pullback on the candlestick here, you can see it up here, but still be above the T line, which is strength in the stock. And MACD remain bullish, but money flow is looking down on what on the 1 hour chart. We will now finally look at what is the day chart saying about the stock. We saw there's a pullback after yesterday, touching almost 1 80 to go. This was touching around 178, 175. Let's look at that stock and the market. The stock is still remain bullish, but the market remain bullish, and money flow is looking up around 65. There is still potential in this stock. But if you have made profit, if you are interested in dividend, hold your position. You want to take a profit, nothing stops you in doing that, depending on your investment objective. I think because of our time, we'll quickly look at one again. This one, for us to just round up the class. We look at what is happening in life of the Regu stock. Let's look at what is happening in the Regu before we can finally go elsewhere to look at, because this stock has been flat. Is it worth buying at this point? You want to see right away so that you as a investor also should understand what is happening in the market and what you should do with your position. Don't just leave the market to twist up and down. With a good now, you can see this is a day chart that we're seeing here. I see the symbol we're seeing. The stock is not there, it's not here, not there. You can see that it's trading below below the T line. Until cross it up before we not confirm. And MACD is bearish, and money flow is also looking down. And this was on the day chart. If you quickly look at the 15-minute chart of the stock, it will give you a clear direction. You can see that the stock, I'll tell you, you have to play very careful with this stock for now before you can conclude what to do for the stock. Finally, let's look at what assets is doing. What asset stock is doing. Let's look at what asset stock is doing. That will bring us to the end of the class for today. Look forward to see you. Our guest speaker for this week for premier class is really preparing it. I've discussed with him this morning to know what how prepared. Like I said, everything is set. That means for those that are yet to subscribe to the premium group or the premium membership, make up your mind and to join and see. You can see that all the sale alerts we are getting from that group, people are smiling to the bank. You need to join them. Yes, this is the access. Call on 15 minutes chart. You can see there's little sell off here. You can see pullback, and also you can see where the money flow is. Once it's not entering the stock, I speak much now on the 15-minute chart. But we need to look at the 1 hour chart for access stock. That will give us a clear It's trading flat on the T line, but we are seeing that in the last 1 hour, stock has been on sale, not on a buy position. And there, MACD is also reflecting that, but still bullish on MACD. But money flow is looking down below 50 to reach 38 for the 1 hour chart. Finally, look at the day chart so that we can call it our time in fast trend. On the day chart, the stock in the last 1 hour, in the last on the day chart today, it seems to be on demand, but the price has not changed much. But money flow said that the demand for the stock, you can see it. And once MACD also responds, MACD is still giving sign of what. Look at where it's coming down. When it's coming from here, look at this MACD going down. But once it start going up again, this guy start coming up, that's a sign of what. But good thing that money flow are signal that fund is entering the stock. I mean, the price is trying to stabilize at this 10 naira, but anything pull back above below 10 naira make the stock more attractive and cheaper for the design investor to look the way of access stock. On this note, I'll say thank you and I'll say see you tomorrow. Enjoy your trading day.